Today I'm going to be working on this Simplicity mower. It's, I think, a 2014, and my mother-in-law just bought it at an auction, parked it in her garage, and it made the whole house smell like gas. We didn't know what it was at first, so she thought somebody came in with some gas on their clothes, they got it on the furniture, who knows what. Clean the house, all this stuff. We'll end up, it's vapor coming from under the seat. It's so weird because it doesn't smell around the cap, but you put your head underneath there and you just get a huge whiff of gas. It's so odd. So I'm going to try to remove this seat and this cover to see why it's letting so much smell out. I mean, this smells like you're putting your head over like a big pan of gas all the time. This is the seat safety. Looks like somebody had problems with it and zip tied it together so it wouldn't come undone. Yeah, I'm not getting a huge whiff of gas just right here. All right, let's explore this together and see if we can figure out what's going on. All right, there's a couple bolts under the seat here, and they're gonna be fun to get to. One is right there, and the other one is same place on the other side. Get that out of the way. That lever will help us. I think I'm just gonna detach the seat right here because this can stay together then. I looked online a little bit to see if anybody had any suggestions what would be causing this. I couldn't find anything. Okay, so we got that undone. I have a feeling it's anchored down underneath this floor mat. Oh boy. All right, so you peel back these foot mats and then there's a couple bolts holding it up there. And this, we'll just have to figure it out. I'm gonna start by taking that nut off because it's only one like it. And these 3 screws, I'm not sure what they're holding in. So we'll take that off first and see where that gets us. Actually, we might start with the smaller ones. Some of you might ask what size these are. The bolts I already took out of the seat were 1/2 inch. These look like they're 3/8, these little screws underneath here. Yep. And the reason I've taken these out is because that lever probably won't fit through the slot unless you take this apart. So these screws looks like it's just holding the plastic on, so that will easily come off. Just has a little tab there at the end, and then that bolt is actually holding this steel slot here. And I'm guessing that is 7/16. Yep. So we got 1/2 inch, 7/16, and 3/8 so far. Oh boy, that's tight. We'll have to use a 3/4 inch drive for that. So now that that's loose, that'll just slip right through there whenever we get that ready to take this off. It's no big deal. Now these screws here, I'm hoping just come out from the top because it looks like we can't get to the bottom. And they look like 1/2 inch. Yep. Okay. Ooh, we have the back loose now. Take this lid off of the gas cap. Yeah, the whole back end is loose. So now we just got to figure out how to get the 2 bolts out of the front. Right there's the nuts. They go right into this bracket here. Half inch. Okay, now it should just come off. Okay, so it's getting caught here on the gas neck here. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Now, we don't probably have to go much farther than this. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take this bracket off that holds the gas tank in place. I'm not seeing anything yet that jumps out at me as the problem. I sure do smell gas though. We haven't seen any leaking on the ground. It has to be that something's just open in here. Let's take a look at this thing. Something is leaking right there. Oh, that's it. There's a crack right there in the gas tank. It must be letting enough gas out that it smells. And yeah, and just letting gas fumes out of the crack itself. So we're gonna need a new gas tank. It gets brittle over time. I can tell the plastic's yellowing and stuff because this part sticks out here to see your gas level, and somebody must have sit down real hard and cracked it. Or who knows, somebody might have hit that with something. That is most likely the problem. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get this tank out. The only thing that's holding it still is the gas line. That's what the hole looks like there. And here's our problem child. Well, I'm gonna see if I can get one of these ordered and get this back together. A new gas tank for this mower is like $300. I mean, they got you. It's such a weird shape. You know, you can't make something else work. I bought this one off of eBay. It's a used one. So I'm gonna open it up and see if it's any good. They did use a lot of bubble wrap. About the only way these used ones would be good is if somebody kept their mower inside all the time, because the sun is so hard on this plastic. Especially this part here that sits out to tell you how full your gas tank is. It just gets beat by the sun all the time. That's why it's so discolored. Looks good. Okay, we'll look it over real good, make sure there's no obvious leaks, cracks. All right, looks good. I'm gonna go get this put in. All right, let's see if I can remember how to get this thing back together and without breaking the new tank. I forget if I mentioned it, but I got this off of eBay and I paid like $150 instead of the 300 plus that it would cost new. And thankfully, it doesn't look like there was any cracks in it. I gotta get this wire out of here because this goes in the seat. I want that caught. I gotta take the cap off to get it in place. And it came with a cut-off tube here. We don't want that on there because we want to hook our own tube up. They must have just cut it off the mower they got it off of. Let's use some side cuts, cut that thing a little bit. Okay, now should be able to put it in here. Kind of hard to hold on to it. Hold this thing up. So it just sits right down in here, and we're gonna hook this hose up before we get too far. This hose just stays in place. It's this little thing there that kind of clamps it. It's actually got plenty extra slack here. That's not really good. Maybe I can push some of it forward because we don't want to get pinched. Okay, there. All right, now it's laying nice. Now, I've got to get this bracket back on before I let it go all the way back down. This bracket goes with a hole kind of facing backwards. Okay, get my screws. I should say get my bolts. Now we're already putting a lot of pressure on the front of this tank, and we don't want that because that'll crack it. I think what I'm going to do is take this bracket loose until I get this all in place, because otherwise I might end up cracking that tank and not being able to move it around. Yeah, I think that is probably the better option. Take the tank out, put this in place. It has to slip in right there. There, has to slip in like that. Then we'll see if we can slip this in. Flex it up. Yeah. That's the ticket right there. You have to watch this right here as you're moving things around so you don't crush that. Now, we're gonna try to slip this bracket in where it goes. That whole cutout goes towards the back. I'm just working this bracket over those nubs. Okay, now we're in place. Line everything up. There, now where everything's back in place, now I just have to get this bracket back in place and my bolts in, and that hose where it goes, it got pulled. I'm trying to get this hose running where I want it and back in this little catch right there. There we go. I don't want to against this because this thing gets moved. I think it's either the brake or the, yeah, I think it's the brake. There we go. Okay, getting these bolts in here. This is what supports the seat area. Trying to get the square part of this bolt to line up with the, it's square shaped in there. It needs to fall in, and it's not wanting to. Now it is. That should be flush when it's done. I'll put these mats back down here. Make sure it gets the dirt off of here. These just have these little tabs that push in. Just line them up. Just keeps them from moving around and falling off. They're probably not as pliable as they were when they were new. A soft hammer would probably help too. Yeah, just like that. So my metal plate is still just down in here where I left it. So it just kind of slips into here like that. Has little catches there. It goes in those notches and then just slide it forward. And then we put a screw back here. Goes in through the top. These little gnats are driving me nuts. Okay, all right, then this thing just goes right over this. The front goes in right like that, and then it sits over top of that. And then there's 3 screws. These 3 screws go in through the bottom. And there's one way up here. Okay, I think the only thing that's left is to put the seat back on. Now I don't remember, because I didn't look at this, but I think this seat goes, the bracket goes like that. So that goes in between these 2 parts. And then this kind of acts as a hinge, because it's got it's a shoulder bolt. And it must go from the inside. Huh, no. Maybe I don't go in the middle. No, they don't. So the 2 pieces go on the inside. So it pinches it together, I guess. There we go. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get my wire through there. Shoot, that should have went through earlier. So I'm gonna have to loosen these up to get a little bit more space. Just a little bit more. There we go. Well, this doesn't have any extra on it, unless we're just stuck on something. Oh, yeah, we got a little bit more. Okay, let's clip some like that. I'm gonna put this bolt back in. Now we can tighten up the seat bolts. They had this little zip tie on here. It must have had problems keeping this hooked up, although I'm not having problems keeping it that way. Can't even get it undone. And they had this going like something like this. I guess they didn't want it coming undone. Well, we're gonna get some gas in it and just make sure it don't leak. Are we showing up here? I can't even tell. Can you see it?
No. Oh yeah, it's all the way at the top.
I can't even tell.
It's right.
All right, let's see.